Hi, this is Ed Kelly, founder of Summit Journey Coaching. Let's take a journey back to the late 1400s when the great Portuguese explorers like Vasco da Gama set out to sail from Europe to India. Just as these brave explorers had a compass as their guide, and before the compass was invented, people used the North Star as a guide, wouldn't it be great to have a tool, a constant guide that you could refer to throughout your life? Well, we think this lesson, this tool, the model for today, the True North model, will be a useful guide, a constant reference point for you to refer to as you navigate through your own personal summit journey, as you work to accomplish your own goals, as you live your own life. So let's take a look at this model, the True North model. And it starts as any model should, and as any journey should, from the inside, not from the outside. We start at our core, the core of all human beings, where principles reside. And principles are truths, things that are true for all human beings because of our very nature. And in our core, in addition to principles, are our values. Our values are just the preferences that we come to have in our lives, the things that we want to invest our time and our effort and our money into. Those are the things that we value. And we also come to have a belief system, things that we believe in. And from these principles and values and beliefs comes our purpose. Doesn't it make sense that as we start on a journey, as we travel through our life, that we would want to set out with a clear purpose? Well, having a purpose probably isn't as difficult as most people think. In fact, it's usually quite simple. You might, like Mother Teresa, have a purpose in life to help the poor. Or you might, like Nelson Mandela, have a purpose around freedom. Or, like many parents, you simply want to have a purpose to build a great family. It's not the purpose that is the difficult thing, it's the next area that is difficult. We call this area the area of deep commitment. And so going back to Nelson Mandela, what is it that made him so powerful? Was it his support for freedom? Well, most of us support freedom. It was his level of commitment. And what made Mother Teresa so powerful? Was it her purpose around serving the poor? Well, many of us want to help the poor. In fact, many of us do. It really was her deep, deep commitment to that purpose that set her apart. So if it's really not the complicated thing about purpose, what is it about this deep commitment area that seems to be such a secret? There seems to be something magical or mysterious operating around deep commitment. Well, it isn't really a secret, but there is a formula in here. With deep commitment comes personal growth, and here comes the key word, pain. And this, I believe, is what most people forget. That if you want to be deeply committed to something, it's going to come with a big price. It's inconvenient. It may take a tremendous amount of time and effort. Personal growth pain comes with deep commitment. It equals deep commitment. And this is why certain people in life become so powerful in their lives. And isn't it interesting when you think of someone like Mother Teresa or Nelson Mandela, the kind of power we're talking about is an inner power, isn't it? And they also are very inspirational. Inspirational. And isn't that what we all want? We want a life that is purposeful, powerful, inspirational. That's, I think, what we're all seeking. So we have at our center, our core, our principles, values, and beliefs. And then in the next circle we have our commitment, our deep commitment. And then finally there's the outside circle, and the final circle is the circle of behaviors, and attitudes. And the model suggests that what we want to strive to do is start at the inside, what matters, build outward, deepening and deepening and deepening our commitment to what matters, and then get our behaviors and our attitudes completely aligned to our core, and always working on that deep commitment, making it deeper and deeper and stronger and stronger. It's kind of like a flagpole that we're planting and trying to get it cemented through our deep commitment. So behaviors and attitudes aligned with our principles, values, and beliefs and cemented through our deep commitment. And when we are true north, and when we act and behave in a true north orientation, we elicit trust from other people. We are trustworthy. People come to rely on us. And the people who are like this, they're living a life that's true north, which is what most of us want. It's what our parents wanted for us. They just wanted us all to be true north people in our lives. Well, we work on it, but we're not perfect. We get out of alignment occasionally. We're not true north. Our behaviors get out. We misbehave a little bit, or maybe our attitude gets bad. And this is common. It's called humanity. And what we want to try to do is get back to our true north orientation. Move back to true north. Well, there's a wonderful quote, and the quote says, "I have to do it myself, but I can't do it alone." And so this is where the model moves from an internal model, a self-focused model, to an inclusive model where we open ourselves up to let other human beings in to help us get true north, to get our behaviors back aligned, get our attitudes adjusted. And we can do that through friends or spouses or co-workers, anyone that you choose to let in to help you get true north. And when they bring you back through their nudging, their reminders, their love, whatever tools they might need to use to bring us back to true north, when they do that, look at what they bring us. They bring us the gift of hope. And the hope is that we can live a life that truly is true north and get back to the kind of person that we thought we could be. So that's the True North model. Let's take a couple of minutes and review. At the center are our principles and our values and our beliefs. And it's from here that we build our purpose in our life. And then the idea is to work and build out layers and layers and layers of deep commitment. Get that deep commitment cement built up over time, knowing that with that comes personal growth pain. Personal growth pain. And all the while seeking to live a life that is a powerful life, not power over others, but a powerful life. And an inspirational life. Inspirational. And then finally getting our behaviors, our actions, our thinking, and our attitudes all lined up in this beautiful True North orientation. True North. So that we are trustworthy, and recognizing we'll get out of alignment and we need to work to get back, and often we need someone else to help us do that, and when they do, they bring us this wonderful gift of hope. Hope that we can be True North people. So there's the model. Let's get into action on this model now. Let's see how we can immediately take this into our lives and get to work on it. And here are 3 simple ideas. The first idea is to go to your Summit Journey, and if you're not yet registered, go ahead and register. It's free, and it only takes a few seconds. And in the Summit Journey, go to the Notebooks section, and one of the notebooks is entitled My Learnings. And what I want you to do in the My Learnings area is rewrite the lesson. In other words, teach it to yourself. Get that lesson down so that you don't forget it. So go in and rewrite the lesson. A second thing that you can do is share the lesson with someone else. Share this video with someone close to you for the purpose of asking them to play the role of helping you stay true north. That they're going to play that role when you're out of alignment to remind you, guide you, love you, give you a little nudge to help you get back to your true north model. So you're going to share for the purpose of partnering on this model. And then the third thing that you might do is go to the My Lists area and stop and ask yourself, what would deep commitment look like? Deep commitment. And can you come up with 5 or 7 or 10 things that you can list out that would look like deep commitment around a goal or around something you're doing in a relationship? Can you identify what that very deep commitment would look like? So that's the True North model, and it truly can be a lifetime guide, a North Star-like reference for you to come back to many, many times throughout your life. And I hope that you will find many ways to benefit from this simple but important model as you journey through your life. Thank you very much.